Greetings and salutations. Welcome back to part 2 of Unnatural Selection, episode 56 of the Bastard Smalls. Did I put that in the wrong order? Yes, I did. Do I care? No. So, after about 20 minutes being led around by the smoke, you find your first body.
Look, a body has been discovered.
A body has been discovered.
In truth, you don't know how you missed it because it's basically just at the bottom of the stairs of the one floor down into the upper inner decks. It's face down. It's looks like the back. Most of his back has been picked clean by some predatory force. And the smoke settles around it, and the spectral form of a bewildered-looking human in sailor garb rises up, looking very confused.
Hello.
Hello?
Would I recognize the outfit as belonging to any specific group?
Nah, it's just general sailor garb.
So,
Should we ask him a question?
Yes, you should ask me a question.
Wait, does that count as a question?
Yes, that counts as a question.
God damn it.
We've been God.
I knew this was going to happen at some point, but you know.
Yeah. We are amazed this didn't happen like 20 sessions ago, frankly.
Well,
The agent is just staring you in utter bewilderment.
so do you realize you've just wasted 2 of our questions?
Yes, you have wasted two of our questions. And then the spirit just fades back into the body. At this point, I'm going to skip off to the cargo hold to look for the holdings and his paperwork. Leaving Cyrano, Yuki, and Chifos to mess up every Speak with Dead ongoing spell possible.
Tum-ty-tum, tighty-tie. Going to go find whatever's in the hold.
He unintentionally gets locked in.
Well,
Congratulations, you found a box of Star League toilet paper.
He stumbles and finds out the piece of holder that's been transported in rakes, and they've all fallen out.
Clunk.
Clunk. Clunk. Take 1 point of embarrassment damage for every time you're hit by a rake.
Occasionally we just hear.
Thunk.
The agent is currently in a face palm. They take a deep breath. Are you serious?
Not usually, no.
Well, there's no way we can make this worse, so...
So find the next body and try again?
The the smoke is already starting to move upwards, back up the stairs, round and round the mast, and eventually leads you to the captain's office.
This is how we get cardio in for day.
You actually find most of your investigation and stuff are actually well exercised. By choice or not. In the captain's office, you know that, well, you've long since known that the furniture is bolted to the floor to keep you from falling over, but the chair's been added to a little slide so you can get in and out. And the captain's there, the window viewing out back has been smashed in, the glass to show it all inwards. And it looks like the body of the captain is sitting in his chair and looks like they've been grabbed and dragged backwards to hit the back of the rail. The charts and other bits and pieces of his deck was knocked flying. And eventually, after doing a few loops around the office, the smoke settles on the fallen form of the captain. And he sits up, looks round bewildered. Well, I say.
I'm going to start with a question. This may or may not be a waste of a question. I am paranoid. What was your position on this ship?
Officially, I am the captain, but really, I am Jim, the donut boy who blocked about their way to the captain status.
Nice reference.
You don't make your references, I'm making mine this time.
That was an excellent choice of reference. I salute it. No one's going to know what it is, but I do, and I appreciate it, and it's important that you know that.
One down, 2 more to go.
Can you explain what happened on the ship?
We were sailing when it fell tonight. We heard shrieks in the night, so we thought we'd go full. We pushed the engines full force until the shrieks disappeared. But then we suffered an engine fault. We thought we were safe. I was planning our next move. And then next thing I hear is the shrieks and the sound of breaking glass. And then pain.
Did you see any specific details of what broke the glass?
I never had a chance to see. It was just fast and big. You know that the usual look the window at the back of the captain's office spans the full width of it. So it's case of if needed, the captain could look out to get a good view of behind them. But whatever came through smashed up a good chunk of the glass to the point of maybe 2/3 to nearly all of it was smashed in. That was 3 questions, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, the captain just settles back down into the chair and just dissipates. The agent is just making notes. And then this looks as, once again, the smoke is on its way. Once again, sending you up the mast, down the mast, down the mast, down the mast, round and round and round. Taking you down into the hold. Passing Ominous, who's currently stuck in the middle of several rakes. Taking one step to the right, smack. One step to the left, left, smack. Where you pass on by numerous barrels of rakes and garden implements have been knocked over. Barrels have been burnt. Hell, a few. Looked like a few of them even tried to be wielded as weapons, but were melted. There you find a small group of bodies that have been gathered together. The first one rises up. So you know, this one's gives you a bit of sense of deja vu. Because a winged elf stands tall. And you remember for your last crew, when recovering their ship for your past captain, despite being one of the mutineers, the bosun was a winged elf who had come to regret their actions. It's not the same guy. It just feels very familiar.
Are you a member of the crew of this ship?
I am a member of this crew.
Do you recall what happened to lead to your death?
We were fleeing, shrieks in the dark. Captain was concerned about getting too close to the Blue Dragon's Island. So we were going through the Badlands. So when the shrieks started, we raced to get away. We came down to secure the cargo. But then we heard the engines die. And the shrieks started again. There were so many. Shapes in the dark crawling about the place. Clawing, burning, biting. You down?
Why do you have wings?
I am of the winged elves. We all have wings. Another point, they just float down and merge with the body again. The smoke does 3 laps of the cargo hold. For a moment you think it stops to observe as Ominous is stuck in the trap of rakes. You've never seen a smoke trail chuckle before, but you've seen it now. And then it settles back to the next body, next to the winged elf. This one, a dwarf. With a peg leg. And a patch over one eye. Their spiritual form stands up. They look at themselves. They look at their body. They look around, confused. Before going, oh, bugger it.
What's your name?
Oh god, you had to go there, didn't you? I am Giffy the Third.
What happened to the first and second?
We do not speak of what happened to the first and second.
Why?
It's... You really don't want to know. Another point. Down to go.
Thank God, didn't want to talk to that guy anyway. I'm pretty sure he was going to be a jerk.
At this point, the agents have just pulled the brim down over their face. You can hear them sighing loudly. They're making a note.
I mean, we got some information out of him that time. Not like the first guy. He wasn't very helpful.
Chief, what? You get the impression you're going to be banned from this duty from now on.
All according to plan.
I was gonna say, this is not the fun bit. This is not something he excels at. He had his intelligence score is 11. This is not his specialty.
Size intelligence score is 19. Unfortunately, his wisdom is 8.
It don't matter which is which. He's still a dumbass.
Well, I guess we go to the next stiff then.
You go for 5 more bodies, and somehow you get a bit more information about 2 of them. The other, but ultimately all 5 of them, in this case, of you wasting your time with them with stupid questions.
I wanted to know what his favorite book was.
I mean, favorite color would help us in tracking down which cabin he was in.
I knew that guy, and I always wanted his chili recipe.
You never knew someone's favorite color was beige.
Wow. Ooh.
That's like one step above saying my favorite color is clear.
Yeah.
Eventually, you've gone through the sleeping quarters, the mess hall, the cargo hold. Eventually, you're going to clear the rakes out for Omnis to escape, but not at the moment.
We are?
You have to take him home at some point.
We do?
The DM says so.
Can I get a second opinion?
You're ugly.
And there goes another corpse.
This is what you get for arguing with the DM. Eventually, you find... Well, one of them is only able to follow the way up, all the way up the mast, to the point where you can see above the balloon. You can see the clouds, dark, looming, still raining. Someone was in the crow's nest. a gnome where you can see that has some binoculars on them and a booster seat. And they rise up, looking around, annoyingly cheerful as gnomes tend to be. Those are halflings. So, who went up the mast?
I did.
I think at this point, the bureau guy's like, we're not letting the fox ask any more questions.
They started to really question things. We started asking the colour of their underwear.
Ask them if I can have their underpants.
I mean, they're dead. They're not going to stop you.
Ew. They may
Look, I'm running out of supplies. Teddy's not been around for a while.
Look, he's been dead for a week. They'll be changed colour for reasons you can well guess for. So, Cyrano, you're faced with a spectral gnome.
What did you see come for the ship?
Oh, coming for the ship. Oh, what were they? What they had the wings? The wings of the dragon. Like, ooh, the dragon. We saw the dragon. Oh fuck! I got you by a dragon.
What sort of? Can you describe the dragon to me?
The long, the snake-like aquatic. They got large bat-like wings. Got frill on the top of the heads. Has some more aquatic type creatures. They are dragon-like, but dragons get very annoyed if you ask them if they're dragons.
Is that what came and killed everybody on the ship?
Swamped us. Dozens of them. 2 big ones, a lot of small ones. Oh God, I'm dead.
Womp. Well, steal the underpants.
You find that is not an option. You sick freak.
They never tell you what happens after they die.
They never do. Alrighty. Go back down, turn to the Bureau of Investigation people. Have you ever heard of something called the Draken?
Oceanic creatures, bit dragon-like in nature. Never said it to a dragon. They tend to reside on oceanic islands. Never really been a problem. The numbers tend to be not particularly big.
I think that may no longer be the case.
One moment, Captain. We need the speaking stones for the lighthouse keeper.
Just out of curiosity, do we know where this ship left and where the ship was headed?
You had a look around. It was in the captain's office where you found the travel orders. It had left from New Genesis. and that she was traveling to one of the outer islands to deliver some gardening supplies.
Explains the rakes.
Just gardening supplies.
Just gardening supplies, a lot of them.
New
Why
farming
would-
community?
Pardon?
They were setting up a new farming community, maybe?
Do we know anything about the outer island that this ship was headed to?
It's not one you're familiar with.
I'm just struggling to see why a bunch of near dragons would want to attack a ship.
What you notice about the dead is they've been heavily chewed on, every last one of them. So you're coming to the conclusion it's these near dragons, these draken, they were hungry.
And the draken are usual resident of area.
That's what you gather.
If they were hungry, what happened to their old food supply? Because I'm assuming Draken are not new resident of area. Draken have been here a long time. Draken would have had balance of, finding food and not over hunting. So why do we have Draken that are hungry enough to attack ship?
Is at this point the agent returns looking annoyed. You watch as a good 5 or 6 of the crew come aboard, just start checking up on the vessel. My apologies, but turns out our investigation has taken a turn. Lord Strum, now knowing what has happened to the ship, once Bessie knows what a colony of Draken reside on their island, we are now to head there to investigate, and I will add a bonus to your fee to help remove this threat, or at least investigate it if it requires so. The active crew you can see are going to take this ship back to the nearest port for repurposing, or at least returning to the company owner, if we can find them. If they've been honest about the paperwork. I hope I have your cooperation on this.
If we don't figure out what happened to area, this zone will be no-go for everyone.
Very true. For Draken to Bishop, the oceanic hunters. The box said they teamed before the catastrophe because they had plenty of ocean to hunt him. The numbers tend to be low these days because how many seas are actually left? But now business awaits, and they return to their vessel and awaits you to follow them.
Alrighty, somebody grab Omnius from the rakes.
Somehow, Omnus has managed to cage himself among the rakes, where it's a case of he somehow made himself a tent out of all the rakes and now trapped in there.
You know he looks comfy like that.
He almost could have himself a second space away from Okasan.
Okay, so that's what the calculator says. Yep, that's right. So eventually you get back on the agent ship. You have to leave Omnus behind for the moment. They tell you the events are getting back to you at some point after they somehow untangle him from all the rakes. They're fucking amazed that he managed to get himself so badly tangled up in there.
Is like huge malformed tumbleweed. Is impressive, really.
And
It's a nature is beautiful.
saying that, I just about to remark it's better than the time got eaten by a giant frog.
Or the giant worm.
If he ever shared that with you. And so, yeah, you follow the agent back, and the smaller vessel pulls away from the larger airship, heading towards the land. You can see in the horizon the mountain crops forcing a basin around the sea that spans as far as I can see. And the storm worsens as you head inwards. And this is the end of part 2. Coming soon, part 3. Just $5 for a subscription. Really? No. But shall be coming soon. But until then, be good, be well, and bye.
Later.
Take care, everyone.
Ian.